teach you how to multiply using the distributive property strategy. The distributive law of multiplication in math states that multiplying the sum of two or more addends will give you the same result as multiplying by the number and adding the products together. That's a mouthful. And while this definition is correct, but what does it even mean? The distributive property of multiplication. Well, I know to distribute means to divide or share a part of something, but how does that apply to multiplication? Let me explain the distributive property with numbers. We're going to use the problem 23 times 5. Now, before we start decomposing or doing anything, we first need to set up our problem. What we're going to do, mathematicians, is we're going to set up two parentheses. And you're always going to have a plus sign in the middle. And you're going to have two multiplication signs, one in the middle of each parentheses. Just like this. So what are we going to put in these parentheses? Well, we're going to figure that out by decomposing. You're going to decompose one of your two factors. I'm going to decompose number 23. We've learned how to decompose in previous episodes. So, looking at 23, we have a 2 in the tens place, so we know 2 tens is 20. And we have a 3 in the ones place, meaning that is 3 ones. So, decompose 23 is 20 plus 3. Now that we have decomposed 23, we can go on further. You're going to take one of the parts of decomposed 23, so in this example 20, and you're going to put one of them in each of the parentheses. So I'm going to put 20 here, and I'm going to put 3 here. And then I'm going to put our other factor, 5, to be multiplied against these two parts. So you should have in parentheses 20 times 5 plus 3 times 5. Now we're just going to solve. So 20 times 5, if you cover up the 0, it's just like 2 times 5. And that's 10. And add the 0 back, 100. Plus 3 times 5 is 15. And we should all know how to add. And 100 plus 15 is 115. Let's check our work. I'm going to use the basic algorithm to solve the problem. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. And our numbers are equal. So that's how you use a distributive property. But what if you have to multiply 2-digit numbers against another 2-digit number? Let's say 34 times 15. Well, I'm going to show you. First, we still got to set up our parentheses. And it's the same way as last time. 2 sets of parentheses with a plus in the middle and a multiplication sign in each parenthesis. Now, you're going to decompose one of your factors. It doesn't matter which one you choose, but I'm going to decompose 34 because it'll make it easier for me to multiply later on. We have a 3 in the tens place. 3 tens we know is 30. And we have a 4 in the ones place, and we know 4 ones is 4. So we're going to do the same thing as last time. We're going to put the 30 here and the 4 right here. And this time, we're going to put the 15 to be multiplied against both of these numbers. Okay, and now let's solve. If we cover up the 0 in 30, it looks like 3 times 15. Now, it's okay if you don't know this, but so for those who know, 3 times 15 is 45. And at the 0, it's 450. Plus 4 times 15 is 60. So 450 plus 60. And I'm going to do my math on the side, just to be safe. Carry the 1. And we have 510. Let's check our work. I'm going to check my work here on the side using the basic algorithm. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 2 is 17. Cross these out and place a placeholder. 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 3 is 3. Now we're going to add it up. Now we'll carry the 1, and 510. Our answer is math. But what if we have a 3-digit number times a 2-digit number? Well, this time, instead of making 2 parentheses, we're going to have to make 3 sets of parentheses because we're going to be decomposing the 3-digit number. So, let's set up our parentheses. We're still going to have addition signs in between each one, and we're still going to have a multiplication sign in each parenthesis. Let's decompose 342 now. You have a 3 in the hundreds place, and that's 3 hundreds, which is 300. You have a 4 in the tens place, and we know that 4 tens is 40. And we have a 2 in the ones place, and we know that 2 ones is 2. Now, we gotta put these numbers into the parentheses. I'm gonna put 300 here, 40 here, and 2 here. And each of these numbers are going to be multiplied times 13. Okay. Now let's actually do the math. If you cover the zeros in 300, it looks like 3 times 13. And 3 times 13, if you don't know, is 39. But if you add the zeros back, you have 3,900. Over here, we have 40 times 13. If you cover up the 0, it looks like 4 times 13. If you don't know, 4 times 13 is 52. And if you add the 0 back, it's 520. Finally, we have 2 times 13. And if you don't know, 2 times 13 is 26. Now all we have to do is add. I'm going to do my addition right here. Remember to be careful when you're lining up your numbers. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 plus 9 is 14. We're going to carry the 1, and wow, our answer is 4,446. But we have to check our work. I'm again going to use the standard algorithm. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Cross them out. Add the placeholder. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 2 is 4. And 1 times 3 is 3. And if you do the math, both outcomes give us the same answer. So the answer to 342 times 13 is 4,446. Remember, mathematicians, when you're multiplying a 2-digit number times another factor, you're going to have 2 sets of parentheses. Because when you're distributing 57, you get 50 and 7. And you want to be able to distribute each part of 57 to 1 parentheses. And when you're multiplying a 3-digit number times another factor, you're going to have 3 sets of parentheses. Because when you decompose 963, you get 960 and 3. And you want to be able to distribute each part of 963 to your 3 parentheses. Okay, mathematicians, what did we learn today? We learned what the word distribute means. We learned how to determine how many sets of parentheses we need when using the distributive property, and we learned how the sum of each product or the part gives us the final answers. Goodbye, mathematicians, and don't forget to like and subscribe.